Yes now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Ozma, a second recommendation from my man Mohammed, who put me onto Ozma initially through another record of theirs. Now we're going to the start. I believe this is their first record. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's entitled Rock and Roll Part 3. Interesting title for a first LP. I don't know if there were any, prior EPs or releases of such. But Mohammed has recommended me this via the Patreon. I want to say thank you very much, because my first listen to this band was surprisingly a great experience. A very underrated act for the, craft and sound the band was able to put onto record. So we're going to start. This one's entitled Domino Effect. Without further ado, here we are. Here we go.
Chances last a finite time in the warm July night time. Every care that keeps you from your feet is a care that carries you to defeat. Ladder, rip tonight with a pocket full of kryptonite. Every care that keeps you in your seat.
There's a real clarity with the production of the vocal here. You can hear every word spoken really well. This will have come out prior, but do you know what I'm getting? I'm getting the same energy, the same vibe, as far as the chord progression and the riffs are going, as what we did with My Chemical Romance. It's like My Chemical Romance-esque chord progression and guitar sound. Come on. The timing is awkward but inventive with the vocal performance. This bit like this phrasing. That stutter. I think that bit's very My Chemical Romance.
Chances last a finite time in the warm July night time. Every care that keeps you from your feet is a care that carries your defeat. Chances last a finite time, and you're running out of time.
I assume this flows into apple trees. Yeah, it did. That was cool. That was a good intro tune. Virgin on cheesy with them keyboards. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think the band as a whole is a little bit cheesy. But I don't say that in a bad way. This band is always grouped in with Weezer, and Weezer are also a very cheesy band, but they pull it off. It's a great like nerd rocky sound of thing. These guys are great instrumentalists. So we're gonna move on. Apple Trees coming up next. Des Rocksteady. We're listening to Rock and Roll Part 3. This one's entitled Apple Trees. Track 2 of 11. We're listening to Ozma. Recommended and dedicated to my man Mohammed. Thank you very much. Let's go. This one has blended in from Domino Effect.
Deep inside my eye, there is part of you. You still look the same, except you're grown up now. So much time has passed since I saw you last.
I like that. So much time has passed since I saw you last. I like the title of the song Apple Trees. I think that's a brilliant title. My cup of tea. Come on. Come on. A fantastic riff to get a tasty solo on. Come on. Quality fills. Cadence, done. Oh, we're finishing there. Unfinished cadence. Good tune, great energy to it. Nice bit of storytelling, little love song. Apple Trees. I love the name of the song. That's probably one of my first favourite parts. That's not to put down the actual track. I like Apple Trees. I like the image, the visual, image it paints in your mind. So that was Apple Trees. That was a good tune. I actually preferred that to Domino Effect. Although Domino Effect did have a heavier presence of the synth, which added a quality of this band that I feel, aids Ozma in standing out, like the keys. Shooting Stars coming up next. Track number 3. Hold on tight. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now Des Rocksteady listening to Ozma at King of the Pit TV. This is Rock and Roll Part 3, track number 3 of 11. Okay, this one's entitled Shooting Stars. Let's bounce. Come on. That bass line was like the same register he sings in, don't you think? Come on. And by register, I mean the same notes, the same frequency. I might start jamming with him.
I finally feel at ease. I'm on an eastern breeze. The wind blows me to the shore. Come back to kiss my dear. Come back to face my fears. It can't be worse than war. Unless you say that you gave your heart away. Unless you say that I shouldn't have returned. And in that case, I'll go. Every night I see a shooting star and wonder if it's landing where you are. If you can see it, then you can't be far. And if that's the way you do it, that's the way you'll find
Great riff.
The air is cold and thin. I'm on my second wind. It blows me to your door. Lean into the bell and press. You're in a brand new dress I've never seen before. But then you say that you gave your heart away.
Ozma is Starwick on the keys. This was originally released in January 1st, 2000, by the way. Ryan Sledger on guitars, Ken Shane on drums, Jose Galvez on guitar, and Daniel Brummel on bass. There's no comment on vocals. What's all that about? Produced by Ozma with Bruce Whitkin.
And then you say that I shouldn't have returned. So I turn my face and go. Every time I take a look around, I find myself looking down to a place that's looking much more round.
Come on.
I find myself looking down. Every night I see a shooting star. I wonder if it's landing where you are. If you can see it, then you can't be far. And if that's the way you do it, that's the way you find your life.
I like this part of the riff. That was a great tune. Great high energy. 4 minutes was over in no time, wasn't it? Very nice, easy listening. I'll tell you what though, we're 4 tracks in now. I want to hear a slower number. I want to hear a cleaner number. Alright, because we've had high intensity, distorted, driving music. I know this band can put a nice little clean ditty together. And I'm looking forward to hearing if there is one on this record. This one is entitled Natalie Portman. Coming up, track number 4, alright? Yes, no bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Oh, I feel a little bit faint today, people. I'm not going to lie to you. But I feel a little bit faint. I don't know why. I think I've been drinking too much caffeine. AKA coffee. Black coffee, to be precise. I just ram it all the way up the cup. I don't go light on it whatsoever. And I think it's hitting me hard. This one is Natalie Portman. It's track number 4. So without further ado, let's go. We're listening to Ozma.
I'm telling you a story now of something that's wrong. This has been developing since 1981. Maybe she's alone. Maybe she's alone. What can I do? What can I do? There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing I can do. There's
Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing I can do. I was a bit off on that last note there. I like that little breather they give you right there. Silence.
If I'm a proper Jewish boy, will her family love me? Can stand to see her on the big stage. No, she's not thinking of me. Maybe she's alone. Maybe she's alone. What can I do? What can I do? There's nothing. There's
Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
There's
Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing I can do. Come on.
Maybe she'll be hearing this, but probably she won't. Possibly she has desires, but probably she don't.
Really good song being stuck in my head for at least 20 years.
Maybe she's alone. Maybe she's alone. What can I do? What can I do? There's nothing.
Ooh.
There's nothing. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing. Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
Come on.
Maybe she's alone. Maybe she's alone. What can I do?
What can I do?
What can I do? What can I do? There's nothing. There's nothing.
It's a nice vibration now. That's very pleasing to my head.
There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing I can
Was that it?
do.
Wait, what's just happened? I think we had a bad video there. My apologies. I missed the very last bit because my audio cut off. I gotta finish the tune off. The cadence.
There's nothing I
Can do. That was a good tune, Natalie Portman. I like how he didn't actually reference Natalie Portman in the song. From what I'm aware, I think we've got the lyrics right here. Which is good, because that means it's a little more accessible, you know, because if it was just like a literal song about Natalie Portman, I love you, blah, 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 it's more so personal and it can't really market itself out to the fan base, so, you know, because you can apply it to your own, you know, love of your life, lyrically speaking, that's good songwriting, you know, and I know I'm looking into that a little bit deep, but I'm a songwriter, so, you know what I mean, I apply the principles as such. The Ups and Downs is coming up next, alright? Track number 5 of 11. Yes, now, bless now. Hair might be a bit wet. It's not greasy, I swear, people. I just got out of the shower. If you're watching the full video, yeah, I might have just gone from dry to wet, but here I am. The Ups and Downs is the title of this one. Let me say, there's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in. Rock and Roll Part 3 is what we're listening to, track 5 of 11. And this is the Ups and Downs. Let's go. Shout out to my man Mo. What? Ever since we broke up. Come on. There's an 8-minute 40 song on this. Heavy. There's some good lines in this. Eric Foster has this album on vinyl. Intense Stabaroni JG says, this is the best Ozma song. That lead melody at the end inspired me to pick up the guitar. Still playing to this day. I still have that guitar. I went out and impulse bought at a yard sale for $15 and a Starbucks gift card. And Nostalgia Cassette City says, this was always one of my favourites off this album and nobody ever seems to talk about it. Da 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 da. Don't let me down. I couldn't take much more of your love. Don't let me down. I couldn't take much more of your love. Don't let me down. Good place to have that call and response. I didn't think they were going to throw it in there. That was good. There was some good lines in there. Lyrically speaking, it might have been one of my favourite ones so far. That was good, that. Relatively brief. Might be the shortest one on the record, to be fair. No, it's not. We've got Rocks, which is the shortest, but second shortest on the record. Let's keep it going. We've got If I Only Had a Heart. 3 minutes 13. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're past the halfway point. We're listening to Rock and Roll Part 3 by Ozma. This one's entitled If I Only Had a Heart. Alright, what more can I say? Let's go. Cute little harmonic.
I'd give my heart if you'd give your attention. But when I look, there's just an open tension. Baby, I can't stand to see you go, showing off your silver party dress. No, you can't come over now. The house ain't neat, my room's a mess.
A lot of youthful content on this. How old were these dudes? I'm sure they were in their early 20s, perhaps, by the sounds of things. But there's a lot of talk as if they were in high school and, relating to earlier days, past days. These dudes can't be teenagers. The music's too good.
I'd give my heart to just be in contention, but I sold it off at the baseball
Great drum fills.
convention. I can't stand to see you go, rubbing motor oil on all your joints. No, I ain't no straight A whiz, but I could learn. That's not the point.
Like it when the drummer goes into that tight hi-hat fidgeting there. Building up tension, opening the hi-hat. Relieving his foot off of the pedal there.
I'd give my heart if I had one forgiving. I'd give my heart, your lips would keep me living. I'd give my heart,
Give my heart.
be forgiving. I'd give my heart if I had one forgiving.
Last chord. Oh, these dudes don't finish their songs off on a perfect cadence. They always leave it open-ended. And I'll tell you what, as far as songwriting is concerned, that's a very good trick, because considering it feels unfinished, you think, right, I need to go back to the start of the track, or I need to go on to the next track, as opposed to, right, complete resolution, it's done, it's dead, it's over, it's punctuated, it's full stopped, that's it, it's over. Instead, it just leaves it open and ambiguous, where you can, continue your journey through Ozma one way or another. That might not have been of intention, but, tricks of the trade. We got Baseball coming up next, track number 7. Uno momento. Yes now, bless now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, listening to Rock and Roll Part 3 with me at KOTP TV. This is Ozma. This one's entitled Baseball, track number 7 of 11. Let's go. Lovely clean playing there.
When I feel the morning grass, I let down my guard because
Great bass line.
love comes from the dirt
Come on.
in my own backyard. Every time I think I've finished being young, I catch myself having fun. But the moment passes as the sun moves on, so I turn myself back to you.
Do, 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 do.
On a dime in Denver, I spent
This clean instrumental really allows the bass guitar to create a presence.
with diamonds in her ear.
Here we go. Come on.
And it's depressing that I can't forget the tune
A little bit of Morrissey there, don't you think?
the organist played.
Come on.
La da 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 la da da da. And every time I think I've finished being young, I catch myself having fun. But the moment passes as the sun moves on, so I turn myself back to you. Is our season over? Not four-leaf clover. I feel it getting colder.
He's performing the melody that was in that lead guitar bit right at the start.
Now that it's late,
And the turnaround section.
and used to remember April to November. You and I were members, the best team in baseball. And so we play our games. I've got a girlfriend. You found a new guy, but it's not the same. And so I drive
Quite emo, that.
straight up high five to let
Don't tell me this ain't going emo, man.
you know I'm still And every time I think I've finished being
We've actually got a video of them performing that song on the Weezer cruise 10 years ago. I'm actually going to put that on. See what these dudes actually look like and how they perform live. There we go, we've actually got a perfect cadence on that one. Ozma Baseball on the Weezer cruise. Let's have a little deek of this. We've got an advertisement. This has got more views than the track. I hope I can see them live at some point. Best band ever. Ozma over Weezer. Right, let's have a little deek.
With Wix,
Little
you can
gander.
edit your meta tag.
Oh, that girl's enjoying herself right there. I don't know how these dudes can tune up whilst like in the middle of songs. I can't do that, man. I'm too paranoid for that. If I'm out of tune, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. The crowd's gonna have to deal with it. Tight sounding band live. Crowd definitely enjoys himself there. Right, let's keep on moving. We've got Rocks coming up next, a short one. Anybody know the tune Rocks by Primal Scream? Get your rocks off, get your rocks. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's Rocks by Ozma, track 8 of 11. Shout out to my man Mohammed, who has recommended this record. What a pleasure. Thank you. Yes. Come on. Everyone's bumping.
I've been looking for a way to find you, turning over every unturned stone. I thought everyone was split, but I guess Eagle Rock had skipped and that's where you belong, alone. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa.
Whoa. Great sing-along value.
I've been trying to find a way to finally up and find you, finding every boulder in my way, to throw me off your trail. You moved to Boulder, Colorado, a hop, a skip, and one long jump away.
Wow. This is the best song they've done so far. That melody is brilliant. The energy and the power behind that gang melody. Shred.
Find a way to finally find you. Down where Colorado Street meets hill. Pick a rock and throw it way across the Rocky Mountains, and pray to God it hits your windowsill. I will never skip a rock. I will never skip a rock. I will never skip a rock again. I will never skip a rock. I will never skip a rock. I will never skip a rock again.
They weren't messing around on that tune. That was the best melody they did. I think it'd be a bit bold to say the best song, but the best melody. That I loved that bit. That was really good. That was really good. Great energy to that one. You know my taste at this point, if you've been frequent at this channel for a minute. That tickles my pickle as far as the energy is concerned. We've got Battle Scars coming up next at 8 minutes 40. We've got Prog Epic coming up. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at KOTP TV. That's King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's Battle Scars at 8 minutes 40 seconds long. It's the longest on the record. Let's see what we've got in store, people. A prog epic. Come on. Pink Floyd length of song. That was a slow lead up to you then. Very nice.
Just fall asleep and wake when
Real gentle tapping on that cymbal there. Ever so subtle.
there's battle scars on all my guitars, but still I come out here and play.
There's battle scars on all my guitars.
Now I've lost your touch again. And now I'm only 1 in 20,000. I promise not to let you go. Just close your eyes and sleep right through the falling snow. And when I finally wash ashore,
Such a subtle dynamic. It makes me feel uncomfortable in a way. How minute the soundscape is, how minimalist it is.
I kissed before. Of all the shooting stars I knew, I never fell for anyone but you. There's battle scars on all my guitars, but I still come out here and play. There's battle scars on my face and my arms, but you stay.
Is that the same vocalist?
There's battle
It sounds like a different take, that, doesn't it? There's more clarity into that vocal there, more power.
There's battle scars on all my guitars, but I still come out every day. There's battle scars on my face and my arms, but you still kiss me anyway.
Good line. Proper belts it, man. Here we go. Quite a spooky synth, that, eh? This is a reprise of... Was this the same song, or it's another song, what we've heard before? An acoustic rendition. A lovely way to finish it off. It was very random. This is like another track in itself. It didn't flow from Battle Scars, but it's a lovely, lovely way to finish it off and bridge this to the next tune. Oh, was that the... Sorry, people. I'm dazed and confused at the moment. Let's move on, people. I'm confusing myself here. That was Battle Scars. You know what? Personally, I would have liked to have seen them develop the song a little more so with the 8 minutes they had, as opposed to just going over the same chorus, the same sections over and over again. You know what I mean? I thought we were going to have a lot of development and the last third of it would just be up in the clouds somewhere. But it didn't really develop to the degree I would have liked it to, unfortunately. We've got In Search of 1988 coming up next, alright? Track number 10. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Ozma, their debut LP, which is Rock and Roll Part 3. Let's go, come on. Track 10 of 11. In Search of 1988.
Every time I start to remember, I don't want to remember. Want me back in 88, if only for one day. Turn on Mario and Luigi. Let's sit down, put our hands on Luigi. When it spells out Roshin's name, I swear it wasn't me. Ooh, 1988, take me back to 1987. I'm in search of days, sometimes a good and earth, a place in heaven. Now that I jump as high as Luigi, set me down, put my hands on Luigi. When it spells out your sweet name, you know that it was me. Ooh, 1988, take me back to 1987. I'm in search of days, sometimes so good and earth, a place in heaven. 1988, take me back to 1987. I'm in search of days, sometimes so good and earth, a place in heaven. Take me back to 1987, times so good and earth, a place in heaven.
Ba 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 da, ba 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 da, ba 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 da. Great guitar tone on the bass guitar. I mean, everything sounds good, but the bass guitar tone really sounds clear as hell on these clean sections. I like it a lot.
I wanna make a motion to stop the commotion.
A second motion. Stop the commotion.
Got another notion. It's a backwards motion. I've got a notion. Back.
Here we go.
Backwards motion.
Great build up.
1988, take me back to 1987. I'm in search of days, sometimes so good and earth, a place in
I mean, this really is nerd rock, innit? I like it a lot. I think the melodies are very infectious, but it's very cheesy in places.
1988, take me back to
87.
I'm in search of days, sometimes so good and earth, a place in heaven. Take me back to 1987, times so good and earth, a place in heaven.
Ba 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 da, ba 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 da. Not a bad tune, not a bad tune. My favourite part of that was the dynamic shift where we went nice and clear and quiet and we really railed down the energy. I thought that was the best bit. I liked that bit a lot. Let's finish this record off now with The Last Dance, alright? Track 11 of 11. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in and signing out. We've been listening to Ozma, Rock and Roll Part 3. Thank you very much to Mohammed, who has recommended this, as well as recommending the initial Ozma endeavour we went into, which was a later album in their discography. This is a great band. A hidden gem, I would say. Last Dance. Let's finish this record off. Track 11 of 11. My man says Afghanistan. Come on, here we go. We're grooving here. Oh, this is the Last Dance. Ba-da. Ba-ba. Dee-boop.
Say hello to your last chance, same as your first chance. A kinder reminder from Ozma. Say hello to the new sound, same as the old sound. So spin it, get in it, and stay. I knew that the night had an end soon inside until you called my name. Say hello when you spied her, sitting on a dryer. It's spinning, ninth inning, so play.
This is a groovy number, this one. The right toe tapper.
Say hello like a spider,
Say hello like a spider.
right beside her. Spin it, get in it, and pray. I knew that the night had an end soon inside until you called my name. I knew all along I was right, but I'm wrong somehow. You knew my name.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes, now, come on.
After the last dance, you lose your last chance. After
The fuzz of that keyboard is crazy right there. It's frazzling my brain.
after the
Last dance.
you lose your last chance. After the
Last dance.
you lose your last chance. You lose your last chance.
You lose your last chance.
You lose your last chance.
You lose your last chance.
You've lost your last chance.
You lost your last chance. That was Last Dance by Ozma. That was a groovy number. That was a right little toe tapper, eh? And that's Rock and Roll Part 3 done and dusted. Once again, shout out to Mohammed. I'm going to do a little overview of this record now and speak on what I thought of it as a whole, okay? So I'll see you on the flip side. Ooh, yes now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now. Des at KOTP TV. That's King of the Pit TV. We are having a little overview of the Ozma record we just checked out. We listened to it track by track. It was entitled Rock and Roll Part 3. Supposedly it's the first album they put out, so the debut LP. It was recommended via Patreon by my man Mohammed, who also recommended the Ozma record. I always forget the name of it, but it was absolutely brilliant. It was my first entryway into Ozma, and I know why he recommended that album to start with in particular. It was absolutely fantastic. Something in regards to the borderline, wasn't it? So this was Rock and Roll Part 3. First and foremost, I'm going to be critical. I did not think, and respectfully, I'm actually going to get the title of the other one up just so I can, speak on the music properly. The record we listened to initially, and bro, this band's got 27,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Judging by the numbers on YouTube, I thought there'd be like near to no one. So there is still a very well existing fan base out there. Spending Time on the Borderline is what we listened to initially. It was put out 2 years after this record, and I don't think that Rock and Roll Part 3 was as good as that record, personally. I do not think it was as good. I don't think the writing was as good, but it was a great showcase of the band's technical capabilities. The instrumental was fantastic. They were a tight sounding band. They had a great way with dynamics on this record. A great variation, although I didn't feel the variation was as broad as what we had on the album I just mentioned. We had a 8-minute 40 epic on this, which I feel could have developed a little bit more. We had 8 minutes worth of sections going back and forth as opposed to like development and, advancement, utilizing all that space. Didn't think too much to that. But let's go back to the positives. The band has an incredible way with melody. They've got an incredible way with keyboards. The keyboards, like part of the Ozma sound. The band is very cheesy, very corny, very nerdy as far as the vocal and the melodic elements. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's what makes the band the band. It's very unique, very quirky. Lyrically, a little bit of a hopeless romantic for the most part. Lyrically speaking, as far as the rhyming schemes, I feel like there was a couple of misses here and there, but overall, it was better writing than what you get, in alternate music for the most part. Ozma are a good band, and I was very pleased by the record. The dynamic was great. Every time they died it down and created very minimal space and urgency and audacity with the instrumental, I always found that very pleasing to the ears as opposed to their big blurting, overt, distorted sections. I do like the quietness this band can provoke at times, and the differentiation and contrast between the two gives the band a great dynamic, element. Guitar work was okay. In particular, the lead guitar was tasty. The guitar solos were brilliant. They didn't overstay their welcome. They weren't too much. And they were talented guitar solos. The drummer, I think it takes someone to be really spectacular on that kit, or the producer to really, really dial in and engineer them drums right for me to pick out the drums in particular and highlight them for this band. Nothing too special. And that's it. That was Rock and Roll Part 3, okay? As far as a rating is concerned, I forgot what I rated the last record. I hope I rated it a little bit higher than this. I would say this one in particular, we can give it a 5.5 to a 6, alright? And I deduct a couple of points from my personal taste. There hasn't been anything that has really struck me on this record, aside from one track, let me just say. The track Rocks. The melodic gang vocal melody was absolutely pristine, fantastic. That to me has got replay value because that aligns with my frequency. I love the energy of that song. I love how brief it is, and the melodic content really, really, really is pleasing to me. I enjoyed that a lot. And there we go. What more can I say? So once again, thanks to my man Mo. I appreciate you a lot. And I'm going to sign out. So peace, one love.